It's time for North Platte Plainsmen baseball on the Plainsmen Radio Network.
Here's the 1-1 pitch from Jerson Morales with Zimmerer standing on third. Zimmerer is going to take off for home as now he's caught between third and home plate. He's now in a rundown. He is going to be safe! Wow, what a play by Bryce Zimmerer. Zimmerer steals home, and it's now 11-9 here in the bottom of the 8th.
Now let's send it to the voice of the Plainsmen, John Willis, for today's game.
Well, hello, and welcome back to Billwood Field here in North Platte, Nebraska. For the second of 3 with Western Nebraska, it's the 6-4 North Platte Plainsmen and the 5-4 Western Nebraska Pioneers. Well, I'm John Willis. Welcome into our pregame show. Plainsmen coming back from another come-from-behind win. After coming back, they were down 5-1 against Fremont headed into the 8th. They end up winning 7-5. And now last night they were down 9-7 to West. They are 6-4, second in the Nebraska Land Division, and they are looking to take down Western Nebraska here and win the first series against the Pioneers this season. Nick Suda will get the start on the mound for the Pioneers, while Robbie Spencer will get his third appearance of the season, his second start, and his second start against Western Nebraska this season. This will be his second time playing this bunch. Well, we'll step aside. Coming up, it's my post-game conversation from last night with head coach J.M. Kelly as we bring you North Platte Plainsmen baseball on the Plainsmen Radio Network.
For a beautiful lawn and landscape, head to Hiddeners. They have everything you need to have a successful and enjoyable yard and garden, including healthy plants, hardy stock, premium fertilizers, and professional products, all at competitive prices. Get seasoned advice from Hibner's trusted staff, serving North Platte for 67 years. Hibner's Nursery, Lawn, and Garden Center, on the corner of 8th and Poplar.
It's North Platte Plainsmen baseball tonight on the Plainsmen Radio Network as the Plainsmen had another come-from-behind win 11-9 to beat Western Nebraska in Game 1 of this 3-game series. Was able to talk with head coach J.M. Kelly after last night's big win. He said 2 straight comebacks just continues to show the fight in this team.
It feels good. I wanted to try to get that 8th run in the did it, but it was good to have that big inning there at the end. Our guys just not quitting and doing whatever it takes to make things happen. So, hats off to those guys over there. They play really good baseball. Antonio does a good job with them. Again, it's kind of like Fremont. It's going to be that way all year long. It's going to be really good baseball games. And I told everybody last night that was on that, if they got a chance to come out and see it, it was going to be a fun baseball game, and it was. So,
wanted to talk to you about Reese Lapoma in the leadoff spot. You mentioned before the game that you were really excited after what you saw from him yesterday. He ends up with 2 hits, 3 walks. He steals 4 bags, scores 3 runs. What can you say about what he was able to do at the leadoff spot tonight?
He's electric. He just does a good job. He's a baseball player all the way around. Really gave us a chance. He's got really good at-bats, and no matter what, he's going to piece together one of those. So him getting on base was huge, being able to go get the bags. He's a gritty ball player that likes to get after it every day. So I'm really glad that he's in town with us, and man, I can't wait for those other guys to get here too, because it's going to be a lot of fun.
What about Billy Humphrey? He comes out of the pen for the second straight day, gives you 4 quality innings, ends up getting the win. What can you say about his pitching performance here tonight?
Really good job on his part. We knew, or I guess I knew all along, really. I recruited Billy out of his senior year, and we liked what we saw with him there, and talked with Coach Bay at Tonkawa again, and they really like him there, and he does a good job all around. He's going to come in, he's going to pound the zone, and today he had really good stuff. So when you can combine really good stuff with pounding the zone with it, you're going to be in really good shape, and so he did a really good job tonight. I'm really proud of him, and gave us a chance to kind of save some of the bullpen for tomorrow. Now Asher will be able to go tomorrow and feel good about himself. So,
then last question for you, Coach, is Just with, you mentioned how, this is a really good team that you guys are facing, and they're going to give you some really good baseball games. So just what are you most looking forward to for the rest of this series with them?
I love Antonio. People are afraid to use the word love, but I love that guy. He's awesome, and I mean that from the bottom of my heart. He's a genuine baseball guy, and he does what's best for the kids, and you can see that in the team. The team reflects that. It's a good culture over there, what they're doing, and we're trying to create that here, and I think we've done a good job of that so far. So I think he and I actually talked about it last night. This Nebraska division is really, really good with us and Fremont and those guys, and even the prospects. And nobody's really seen Hastings yet, so we don't know what they're going to do. But we're really excited about the brand of baseball that's in this division this year. And at the end of the day, he and I talked about it. There's going to be 2 really good teams, maybe 3 really good teams that don't make it to the playoff. And so again, I hope that kind of answers your question indirectly. We're just excited for the baseball that's being played right now in this league. I think it's good for the first-year league to be able to put a product out there like this. So,
big thanks to head coach J.M. Kelly for talking to me after last night's big win. Coming up, I'll rejoin you from Billwood Field, get you starting lineups and first pitch as we bring you Game 2 with Western Nebraska and North Platte. This is North Platte Plainsmen Baseball on the Plainsmen Radio Network. Here at Birdwood Beef, we are pleased to offer you the beef our family has raised and loved for years, and we are here to ensure you know exactly where your beef comes from. Our cattle are raised on vast grassland pastures in the Nebraska Sandhills and are finished on grain produced on our farm. As a result, we produce well-marbled, high-quality beef. Birdwood Beef has one primary in Lincoln County. We currently sell dry-age individual cuts and bundles online at birdwoodbeef.com and whole, half, quarter, or eighth beef locally in North Platte and Lincoln, Nebraska. We also ship nationwide every Monday. Place your order today at birdwoodbeef.com and follow Birdwood Beef on Facebook and Instagram to learn more about your local beef producer. Birdwood Beef, ranch-raised, grain-finished Nebraska beef. Welcome you back to Billwood Field here in North Platte, Nebraska, as we are ready for Game 2 of this 3-game series. The Plainsmen trying to win the series against Western Nebraska after winning last night 11-9 in the series opener. Let's take a look at the starting lineups. First, we'll take a look at the visitors. The Western Nebraska Pioneers coming into this one 5-4. They are under the direction of head coach Antonio Garcia. They'll go this way. Not a whole lot of changes to their starting lineup. Eric Smelko will lead off in center field. Then it'll be Ryan Callahan at second base. Jace Jeremiah will bat third at shortstop, and Alex Zerfus will bat cleanup. He's at the designated hitter position. Then it'll be Tommy Eisenstadt. He's at third. Jake Curtis from Kansas. He's behind the plate. Then it'll be Jace Essig in right field. Ethan Hergert at first base at the 8th spot. And rounding out the starting lineup, player we didn't see yesterday, it's Jason Luke, the left fielder. He'll be in left field. Starting at the pitcher's mound for them, it'll be Nick Suda, who's pitched 3 innings so far this season, a 3.00 ERA, 1 run, 3 hits, and 6 strikeouts. So again, Western Nebraska will go Smelko, Callahan, Jeremiah, Zerfus, Eisenstadt, Curtis, Essig, Hergert, and Luke. For the North Platte Plainsmen, again, some changes to their lineup. Bryce Zimmerer, for the first time this year, will be moving from the 2 spot. He'll be batting first. He'll be in right field. Then it'll be Reese Lapoma. He moves from the 1 to the 2. He'll be in center field tonight. He reached base all 5 times. He was up 3 walks, 2 base hits for Reese Lapoma last night. It'll be Oscar Stark in the 3 spot. He's at third base. Connor Flagg will be a designated hitter in the cleanup spot. Then it'll be Giancarlo Servine. He moves from third to first base. It'll be Cade Wood at the second base spot. Garrett Thompson defensively takes his place defensively at shortstop. Garrett Thompson will be batting 7th. Nate Windle is also back in the starting lineup. He'll be behind the plate tonight, catching Robbie Spencer, and then it'll be Cesar Garcia. He's back in the starting 9 for the Plainsmen. He'll be at the 9th spot in left field. So for the Plainsmen, again, Zimmerer, Lapoma, Stark, Flagg, Servine, Wood, Thompson, Windle, and Garcia. Again, Robbie Spencer, 6'6" freshman righty from Texas A&M Kingsville. He'll be on the mound. So far this year, 3.85 ERA, 1 start, 2 appearances. He's pitched 4 2/3, 2 earned runs, 6 runs total, 6 hits, 5 strikeouts, and 3 walks. That's the stat line so far for Robbie Spencer this season. Again, for the Plainsmen, we'll go over the starting lineups one more time. For Western Nebraska, it's Smelko, Callahan, Jeremiah, Zerfus, Eisenstadt, Curtis, Essig, Hergert, and Luke. And for the Plainsmen, it's Zimmerer, Lapoma, Stark, Flagg, Servine, Wood, Thompson, Windle, and Garcia. Seems like every night so far for the Plainsmen, the lineup has been changing. And if you're just tuning in, again, this game was pushed back an hour. Original start time was supposed to be 6:35. We are now here ready to get things started at 7:30. It was a chance for rain, but now no rain has come through, and the forecast is starting to clear up. So going through the starting lineups here between the Plainsmen and the Pioneers. So again, Billy Humphrey got the win yesterday for North Platte. He came out of the bullpen, pitched 4 innings for Humphrey. 4 innings, 1 run, 4 hits, 4 strikeouts, and no walks. 2 straight days of the bullpen. He's pitched 6 innings in the last 2 nights. So he has been big out of the bullpen for the Plainsmen so far this season. Again, Giancarlo Servine gave the Plainsmen the lead off the sacrifice fly. Bryce Zimmer ended up stealing home last night to add an insurance run in the bottom of the 8th. In the last 2 games, the Plainsmen have scored a total of 12 runs in the 8th and the 9th inning. So again, introducing the starters here at Bill Wood Field. Beautiful night for baseball. We have fireworks following the game. It's all-you-can-eat menu here at Bill Wood Field, so if you're not out here, make sure to step out to the ballpark. Well, we are going to broadcast the national anthem tonight on the radio and on video. Singing the national anthem is Mac Humphrey. She will sing the national anthem, so we'll send it down to the field to her for tonight's national anthem.
Sung by Mac Humphrey. Oh, so can you see when the dawn's overnight? What's so heavily heard at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stripes through the perilous fight, over ramparts we watched, where so garlands things streaming, and rockets were there, their bombs were streaming on, give proof through their men that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave over the land of the free and the home of the brave?
That was tonight's national anthem sung by Mac Humphrey. We'll step aside, get your first pitch between the Plainsmen and the Pioneers in Game 2 of this 3-game series. You're listening and watching to North Platte Plainsmen Baseball on the Plainsmen Radio Network and our YouTube channel.
Welcome to Scottsbluff County. From Scottsbluff National Monument to Chimney Rock, we are Nebraska's landmark country and a whole lot more. From our bountiful selection of scenic golf courses, our world-class zoo, the breathtaking Lake Minnetonka, and our family-friendly community events, we have something for you and your family year-round. Come visit Nebraska like you've never seen it. Your next experience awaits you in Scottsbluff County.
Back with you from Bill Wood Field, John Willis with you on the Plainsmen Radio Network and our YouTube channel. Would like to thank you from wherever you're tuning in from, whether it's on Citrus 3, our new mobile app available on Android, or on our YouTube channel, North Platte Plainsmen on YouTube. It is a packed house here once again. Back-to-back weekend games. Grandstand's pretty full. We got the party decks up and going here tonight. Should be a great night of baseball between the Plainsmen and the Pioneers. The season series is now split between these two teams. Both teams have won 2. And now the Plainsmen can win this series with Western Nebraska after dropping the first time they played this team. They won one of 3 against the Plainsmen back on May 25th and May 26th. The 2 7-inning games on the 25th, and then the full 9 inning. It ended up going to 10 innings in Game 2. We are ready for first pitch again. Robbie Spencer will get the start on the hill. He pitched against Western Nebraska in Game 3 of that 3-game series. Had a no decision in that contest. Pitched 4 innings, 3 runs, 4 hits, 2 strikeouts, and 2 walks. Eric Smelko ready to lead things off here for Western Nebraska. We are just about ready for first pitch here between the Plainsmen and the Pioneers. Game 2, the Plainsmen trying to win their first series against the Pioneers this season. Spencer looks on, ready for the first pitch here to Eric Smelko, the lefty. Robbie Spencer, he's the righty, so righty on lefty matchup to kick off this one between the Plainsmen and the Pioneers. Here's the first pitch. That one underway. It's a strike, and we're underway. First pitch tonight at 7:31. It is 81 degrees here in North Platte, with winds about 9 miles per hour. So 0-1 the count starts here to Eric Smelko, the lefty. Here's the 0-1 pitch. That one misses low and out. 1 ball, 1 strike now from Robbie Spencer to Eric Smelko. Again, for Smelko from Cal State, Dominiquez Hills joined the Pioneers about a game after they played the Plainsmen back in that first series. There's a swing and a miss. 1 ball, 2 strikes now from Robbie Spencer to Eric Smelko. With nobody gone, bases empty here in the top of the first. Spencer looks on to Smelko. Comes set. Here's the 1-2 pitch. 1-2, that one is grounded softly. Diving play by Spencer on the hill. He tosses it to first. That one is in time. And 1 retired here in the top of the first. So nice play by Robbie Spencer. He had to dive to his left to get onto that one. For Plainsmen, they are in their all-white uniforms with green lettering, green socks, and green top. For Western Nebraska, they are in their light blue jerseys with red lettering, white outline, gray pants, and a blue and red striped socks. 1 gone, bases empty here in the top of the first. Here's Ryan Callahan, second baseman, lefty from Kansas University. First pitch to him, off speed, catches the bottom part of the strike zone. No balls and 1 strike here from Robbie Spencer to Ryan Callahan. Smelko led off the inning with a ground out. 2 straight lefties here for Western Nebraska. There's a swing and a miss. No balls and 2 strikes now from Robbie Spencer to Ryan Callahan. Nate Windle is behind the plate tonight for North Platte. Been a couple games since we've seen him behind the plate. They've been alternating between him, Flagg, and Griffin Myers. No balls, 2 strikes now from Robbie Spencer to Ryan Callahan. That one is swung on, grounded to short. Thompson is on it. Throwing to first is in time. Servine had to lean forward a little bit for that one, but a pretty on-target throw from Garrett Thompson. And quickly 2 retired here in the top of the first. So this brings up Jace Jeremiah, the shortstop, first righty in the batting order so far for Western Nebraska in this one. Jace Jeremiah, the righty out of Skyline Junior College, standing at 5'10". First pitch to him. That one swung on and fouled back to the screen. No balls and 1 strike to start out this bat. For Jace Jeremiah last night, 1 for 5, had 1 run, 1 RBIs, and struck out twice against the Plainsmen in Game 1 of this 3-game series. So now no balls and 1 strike from Spencer to Jeremiah. Here's the 0-1 pitch. That one misses low. 1 ball, 1 strike now from Robbie Spencer to Jace Jeremiah. 2 gone here in the top of the first. Base is empty. This Plainsman trying to go 1-2-3 here in the top of the first. Pioneers trying to avoid it. Here's the 1-1. That one is going to be swung on and lined just past Cade Wood into center field. So it's a 2-out base hit for Jace Jeremiah. He now stands at first with 2 gone. Good old commentator's jinx on that one after saying the Plainsmen were looking to go 1-2-3 here in the top of the first, as now in steps Alex Zerfis, second straight righty in the batting order here for the Pioneers. Righty on righty matchup here from Robbie Spencer to Alex Zerfis. Zerfis, 5'11", junior outfielder out of Gonzaga University. For Zerfis, he was 3 for 4 against the Plainsmen yesterday. He scored a run and walked. Here's the first pitch to him. That one is going to be swung on, struck well into right field. Zimmerer is chasing after it. He will not make a diving catch out in right. So now rounding third and scoring is Jace Jeremiah. And it's an RBI triple now, and now the ball gets into the outfield. 2 runs will score. So now it's 2-0, Western Nebraska here in the top of the first. They're trying to throw it to third. It ended up getting into foul territory. So it'll be a triple for Zerfus. He'll score on the error. Man, it was 2 quick outs for Robbie Spencer here at the top of the first. Things have just changed mightily. So now Robbie Spencer to Tommy Eisenstadt, the lefty. First pitch to him, that one is grounded hard to first. It goes off the glove of Servine. He's got to throw it back to Spencer. That'll be in time. That'll end off the inning. But some damage has been done for the Pioneers in the top of the first. They scored 2 runs on 2 hits, 1 error, and nobody left on base. Do it for the Plainsmen in the bottom of the first. It'll be Zimmerer, LaPoma, and Stark. After half an inning, Western Nebraska leads this one 2-0 as we bring you North Platte Plainsmen baseball on the Plainsmen Radio Network.
1997, Nebraska Athletic Club has been North Platte's club. This is Tommy V inviting all of you to come and celebrate our 25th anniversary with us at an open house Saturday, June 4th from 3 to 5 p.m. We're going to draw for prizes and memberships, and our grand prize is going to be a lifetime membership. And you can join now for $25 to set up and $25 a month, and no contracts. This offer expires Saturday, June 4th. North Platte's club, Nebraska Athletic Club, 1701 East 4th, North Platte. And 454, baby.
Second, we gone wrong.
Chad Fosdick from the people that you know and trust and the owner of Glass Doctor, Mr. Appliance, and Premier Rental Purchase. 3,403. That is the number of windshields, glass showers, windows, appliance repairs, and home furnishing sales our company's completed in 2021. That level of activity does not happen by accident or wouldn't continue if we did not provide the best value when you call any of our businesses to your home. We are committed to doubling that number in 2022, and I wanted to personally invite you to experience this unmatched service for yourself. Our teams at Glass Doctor, Mr. Appliance, and Premier Rental Purchase are ready to serve you today.
1445 or visit northplatteplainsmen.com for more information. Ready here for the bottom of the first as the Pioneers were able to score 2 runs off the RBI triple by Alex Zerfus, and then he was able to score off the error as it was thrown into kind of left foul territory. So now it'll be the Plainsmen's turn. Again, Nick Suda, the lefty, will get the start on the hill. 6-foot sophomore lefty from Skyline Junior College. For them this season, he had 8 appearances, pitched 9 innings, had a 3 ERA, 3 earned runs, 8 runs total, allowed 11 hits. He had 16 strikeouts compared to 9 walks this spring for Skyline. So far this season, 2 appearances, at least the ones listed on point streaks, both in relief. He's pitched 3 innings, 1 run, 3 hits, 6 strikeouts, and no walks. He'll face Bryce Zimmerer to lead things off. Zimmerer again had the steal yesterday. That was the insurance run for the Plainsmen in the bottom of the 8th, and it was a steal to home. Zimmerer will lead things off as he actually got caught at first, started to run back to third, but then saw that nobody was covering the plate, was able to sprint back and beat the catcher in Jerson Morales. He steps in, base is empty. First plate appearance for the Plainsmen offensively in this one. Again for Bryce Zimmerer, batting .295 on the year. He scored 13 runs, knocked in 4 RBIs. He's also stolen 7 bags. Here's the first pitch from Suda. That one off speed, just catches the top part of the strike zone. 1 balls and no strike to start out Nick Suda to Bryce Zimmerer here in the bottom of the first. Again, Western Nebraska leading this one 2-0 after they were able to plate 2 in the top half of the inning. Here's the 0-1 pitch. That one is going to be smoked down the first base line. It is bobbled by the first baseman. They'll throw it back to Suda, the pitcher, and Zimmerer is able to beat it out. It'll be an infield single for Bryce Zimmerer. A nice way to start out the Plainsmen here in the bottom of the first, as Hergert, the first baseman, just fumbled with it as it was smoked down the first base line, trying to throw it back to Suda. But Suda was not able to get there in time as Zimmerer was able to beat it out. Now in steps Reese LaPoma from Northwestern State. He led off for the Plainsmen yesterday, and boy, oh boy, was he good. 4 stolen bags, 3 runs. He reached base all 5 times, 3 walks, and 2 base hits. 1 single, 1 double. First pitch from Nick Suda to him, misses low, 1 ball and no strikes to start out Reese LaPoma. Head coach J.M. Kelly had nothing but great things to say about him after that game. As he moves from the 1 to the 2 spot here tonight. Here's the 1-0. That one misses low and away. 2 balls and no strikes now from Nick Suda to Reese LaPoma. LaPoma again moving from the leadoff to the 2 spot. Zimmerer led things off here in the bottom of the first with an infield single. 2 balls, no strikes now here from Nick Suda to Reese Lapoma. Here's the 2-0 pitch. That one misses. No, just catches the inside part of the strike zone. Lapoma ducked a little bit out of the way, but it just catches. 2 balls, 1 strike now. Here from Nick Suda to Reese Lapoma. Nobody out here in the bottom of the first. Runner on first. Plainsmen down 2-0. So they look to try and find something here in the bottom of the first. Here's the 2-1 to Lapoma. That one is going to be skied into shallow center. That ball is going to be caught by Jeremiah, the shortstop, as he just worked into the outfield grass. And one retired now here in the bottom of the first. So in steps Oscar Stark. Oscar Stark joining the Plainsmen in the Fremont trip. So far in the season, he's also stolen 2 bags. First pitch to him, and now taking off for second is Zimmerer. Zimmerer is safe. It's another stolen base for Bryce Zimmerer. It's his 8th of the season. As he didn't even wait for Suda to pitch, he just took off. So now a runner in scoring position here for North Platte. Head coach J.M. Kelly says they want to continue to run, as they have been doing that all season long so far. So now here's the first pitch from Nick Suda to Oscar Stark. Lefty on righty matchup. Suda the lefty, Stark the righty. First pitch to him. That one misses low and in. 1 balls and no strike to start out Nick Suda to Oscar Stark. 1 gone, runner on second here for the Plainsmen in the bottom of the first. With the Plainsmen down by 2. So 1-0 the count here as Suda looks on to Stark. 1-0 the pitch. Big swing and a miss. 1 ball and 1 strike now from Nick Suda to Oscar Stark. Looks like he tried to check up on it at the last second, but already went well past the line. So now 1-1 the count with 1 out, 1 on here in the bottom of the first. Suda comes set, checking back on Zimmerer, the runner. 1-1 pitch, and now he'll step off and chase Zimmerer back to second. Zimmerer loves to try to get into the head of pitchers, trying to throw him off guard. He has really worked the base pass this season for the Plainsmen. 1-1 pitch. That one skips away from Curtis, the catcher, and it actually nicked Oscar Stark. Zimmerer was taken off for home, but it hit Stark. Bryce Zimmerer will have to stay at second, and now Stark heads to first. So this brings up Connor Flagg. Flagg at the DH spot, the lefty, so lefty on lefty matchup here from Nick Suda to Connor Flagg. For Flagg on the season, he's batting .306, 11 hits and 36 tries. He has 1 double, 8 RBIs. He also has 5 stolen bases. Plainsmen have 39 on the season. Bryce Zimmerer now made it 40. First pitch, that one is going to be lined into right center. That one is down in the gap. Bryce Zimmerer is rounding third. He is going to score. Oscar Stark will put the brakes on at third. Now runners at second and third. Bryce Zimmerer scores, and the lead is cut in half. So the Plainsmen immediately able to answer here in the bottom of the first with an RBI of their own. Zimmerer scores. Oscar Stark advances to third. And it's now 2-1 Pioneers still leading it here in the bottom of the first with Giancarlo Servine stepping to the plate. Servine so far with the Plainsmen batting .313, 1 RBI for him. Struggled a little bit from the plate though yesterday. He did knock in the go-ahead sacrifice fly, but he struck out 3 times, was 0 for 4 before that. So here's the first pitch to Giancarlo Servine. He's at first base tonight. First pitch to him just catches the inside part of the strike zone, no balls and 1 strike. To start out Nick Suda to Giancarlo Servine. Oscar Stark standing on third, Flagg at second after his RBI double. Here's the 0-1. Suda comes set. Here's the 0-1 pitch. That one misses high, 1 ball, 1 strike now from Nick Suda to Giancarlo Servine. So Plainsmen, if they can score Stark from third, could be able to tie this one up as there's 1 gone in the bottom of the first. With runners on second and third, and now Jake Curtis, the catcher, will come out and talk with Nick Suda. So leadoff single for Zimmerer, then Lapoma flew out to the shortstop Jeremiah. Stark was hit by a pitch, and then Flagg with an RBI double. So Curtis and Suda talking at the pitcher's mound right now. Still only one gone here in the bottom of the first. Plainsmen trying to answer. See if Nick Suda can find his groove here. So 1-1 now the count from Suda to Servine. Both teams now with 2 hits in this one. Servine trying to knock one through, tie this one up, or give the Plainsmen the lead as he swings and misses at that one. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Now from Nick Suda to Giancarlo Servine. Cade Wood stands on deck with the count at 1-2 here from Nick Suda to Servine. Flag is a speedy guy at second, so a hit into the outfield would probably score him. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Suda looking on, waiting for his sign. He now comes set. 2 runners in scoring position here for the Plainsmen. Here's the 1-2 pitch. That one misses upstairs. 2 balls, 2 strikes now from Nick Suda now to Giancarlo Servine. Again, probably a crowd here of over 1,000 once again here tonight. Again, it's all-you-can-eat night at the ballpark along with post-game fireworks. So if you're in the area, come out to Billwood Field for a great night of baseball, food, and fireworks. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Suda looks on to Servine. He kicks and deals. That one will be lined foul. It'll get out of play along the first base side. So 2 balls, 2 strikes. The count remains, and we'll do the 2-2 pitch once again. It's a barn burner yesterday. 20 runs scored between the teams. It seems like we might see more of the same here tonight. So 2-2 now the count. Suda looks on to Servine. Long at bat here between these two. Servine again was named 3rd team All-American a couple days ago after his fantastic season at Kingsville. Here's the 2-2. That one misses low and outside. Count goes full now. 3 balls, 2 strikes. A nice job by Curtis. He had to dive over to the right to make sure that one didn't get behind him. So that one would have been able to score Stark likely if that had gotten away from Curtis. So count is full here. 3-2 between Nick Suda and Giancarlo Servine. What an at-bat here from Servine. These two just battling it out right now. So 3-2 now the count. Suda looks on, comes set. Here's the 3-2 pitch. Kicks and deals. That one misses inside. It's a full count walk. Servine now heads to first, and the bases are juiced. So now in steps Cade Wood. He's the 6th batter to come to the plate here for the Plainsmen in the bottom of the first. As they have the bases loaded, still only 1 gone here in the bottom of the first. For Cade Wood, 2nd best batting average on the team. Only second to Reese Lapoma, who's only played in 2 games so far. Cade Wood batting .350. 14 hits for him in 10 games. Has 1 double, 1 home run, 7 RBIs. Also stolen 4 bags. First pitch to Wood, misses low and in. 1 balls and no strikes to start out Nick Suda here to Cade Wood. Again, Pioneers were able to score 2 in the top of the first, and now Plainsmen already scored 1 off the RBI double by Connor Flagg and looking to tie this one up or take the lead with the bases loaded. 1-0 the count. Suda comes set. Here's the 1-0 delivery. That one will be rocked to third. They're going to try to make the force tag at first. They get it. Trying for the double play at first. It now gets behind the first baseman. Now going for home, and scoring is Connor Flagg as Curtis drops the ball, and we're now tied up here in the bottom of the first, 2-2. So they get the force out from Stark. They tried to make the throw to first to get Cade Wood out, and then Connor Flagg takes off for home. He scores, and we're now tied up at 2 here in the bottom of the first. So Servine now at second as he reached on a walk. Cade Wood stands at first as he reaches on a fielder's choice. As it was a smart play by the Pioneers, they made the throw to home. They were able to get Oscar Stark out on the field on the force out. They tried to make the throw onto first to get Cade Wood for the inning-ending double play. The ball ends up getting away from Hergert, the first baseman, just into foul territory. I didn't think it was far enough for Flagg to score. He ends up going for it. The throw had him beat. but Curtis dropped the ball and Flagg was able to score. So we're now tied up at 2 here in the bottom of the first. Reminds me of the third inning yesterday where the Pioneers scored 5 in the top of the third. Plainsmen are right back with an answer to score 5 of their own. We're tied up at 2. In steps Garrett Thompson, the 7th batter to come up to the plate for the Plainsmen here in the bottom of the first. Here's the first pitch to him with the go-ahead run in scoring position. First pitch. That one just catches the inside part of the strike zone. Count will start out 0-1 from the lefty Suda to the lefty Thompson. Thompson, another player to join the Plainsmen in that Fremont series. He's played 4 games so far. He's batting .214. He's walked 3 times. 0-1 will miss outside. 1 ball, 1 strike now here from Nick Suda to Garrett Thompson. So Plainsmen once again working the bases as Flagg, with the amount the ball got into foul territory, shouldn't have been able to score. But his speed got him there. Got a little break with Curtis as well, dropping the ball. Here's the 1-1. That one will just catch this top part of the strike zone. 1 ball and 2 strikes here from Nick Suda to Garrett Thompson. Nate Wendell stands on deck here for the Plainsmen. With runners at first and second, 2 gone here in the bottom of the first. 1 ball, 2 strikes the count. Suda looks on here to Garrett Thompson, lefty on lefty matchup. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Suda comes set. 1-2 delivery. Swung on and missed. He was able to foul that one back into the catcher's glove in Curtis, and that will end off the inning. But the Plainsmen are able to tie this one up here in the bottom of the first. They score 2 runs on 2 hits. They leave 2 on base. 2 up for the Pioneers in the top of the second. It will be 6, 7, and 8 with Curtis, Essig, and Herger. After 1 complete, we're all tied up at 2 as we bring you North Platte Plainsmen baseball on the Plainsmen Radio Network and our YouTube channel.
I'm Alex Chun, the live broadcast intern for the North Platte Plainsmen of summer 2022. Just wanted to let you know, stop by your local North Platte Premier Toyota dealer. Come and browse our new and used Toyota cars, SUVs, trucks, and much more for sale. We offer in-store shopping, curbside pickup, or delivery. You can even take our cars for a test drive to see if this is the car for you. We have a talented team of automotive specialists, so come stop by at 2600 South Willow Street in North Platte, or call us at 308-532-8400. That's 308-532-8400.
Toyota, let's go places.
2 p.m. It's also Kids Day at the Ballpark, presented by Shrake Body Shop. First 100 kids in the...
Why do they call it peg leg?
Well, the brewmaster does only have 1 leg.
I heard it happened many years ago. He was out there looking for the Floridian barley plant. Alligator came out, surprised him, snatched his leg right off. But he killed that alligator with his bare hands, kept the barley, and that's why the...
Second, we're all tied up at 2. So that first inning took about 20 minutes to complete as both teams were able to score 2. For the Pioneers, they had 5 runners come to the plate. Or 5 batters come to the plate, excuse me. For the Plainsmen, they had 7. We're all tied up here at 2. Robbie Spencer finishing up with his warm-up pitches. Alex Zerfus knocked in the RBI triple for the Pioneers back in the top of the first. He ends up scoring off the error that gets into the foul territory. On the other end for the Plainsmen, Connor Flagg gets an RBI double, and then Connor Flagg is able to score on a wild play, which saw a forced tag at home, a throw on to first not being in time, and then getting into foul territory, and then Connor Flagg is able to be safe off the drop ball by Jake Curtis. Curtis also leads things off here in the top of the second. The righty, here's the first pitch to him, skips low and inside. 1 ball, no strikes to start out. Robbie Spencer here to Jake Curtis. Curtis didn't see him yesterday, except he did come in late after the injury to Sam Halling. For Jake Curtis, he's the 6-foot freshman catcher. Bats right, throws right from Kansas. That next pitch misses inside. 2 balls, no strikes. From Robbie Spencer to Jake Curtis. Again, yeah, Sam Halling was behind the plate yesterday. He was grabbing his eyes. I think we heard it was just him getting some dirt in his eyes, but Curtis came in and caught the rest of the 8th as that ball will hit Curtis. 2 straight balls and then a hit by pitch, and Curtis now stands at first to lead off this top of the second. So leadoff base runner here for the Pioneers in the top of the second. This will now bring up Jace Essig, who we did not see yesterday, but we did see in that first series. Essig, another righty from Emporia State. He steps in with a runner on first, nobody gone here in the top of the second for Essig. In the 4 games that have been scored, he has 2 hits and 15 tries. Does have 2 RBIs, again, in the 4 games that have been scored. So here's the first pitch on its way. That one is grounded on the third base side and foul. So it'll be an 0-1 count to start out Robbie Spencer here to Jace Essig. Essig is in right field tonight for Western Nebraska. He faces Robbie Spencer, the righty. Again, Spencer, this is his second time pitching against Western Nebraska. Spencer's only had 2 starts so far this season, and now they're both against Western Nebraska. That one is going to be lined down the first base line, just goes foul. Going to be a long throw for Zimmerer. So probably be a triple here as a run is going to score here for the Pioneers. Essig is in there for an RBI triple, and it's now 3-2 Pioneers here in the top of the second. Well, these games have gone back and forth so far as a leadoff hit by pitch, and then a RBI triple by Jace Essig, and now the lead right back to Western Nebraska. It's 3-2 Pioneers here in the top of the second, still nobody out. In comes the lefty, Ethan Hergert, again, who we didn't see yesterday, but he's back tonight for Western Nebraska. He's at first base for the Pioneers here tonight. Here's the first pitch from Robbie Spencer. Spencer comes set. Here's the first pitch. That one just missed outside. 1 ball, no strikes to start out Robbie Spencer here to Ethan Hergert. Hergert, the lefty, facing the righty Spencer. That one will be swung on, fouled back. So 1 ball, 1 strike here from Robbie Spencer to Ethan Hergert. Hergert, 6'2", freshman, bats left but throws right. He's from Southeast Community College. That's where he plays his spring ball. In the games that have been scored, he's playing 4 games, 3 hits, and 14 tries. Here's the 1-1. Misses upstairs, 2 balls, 1 strike. He's knocked in 2 RBIs in those 4 games scored for the Pioneers. Pioneers again coming into this one 5-4. They are now 4th in the Nebraska Land Division. So here's the 2-1 pitch. Now it skips in the dirt. 3 balls, 1 strike now from Robbie Spencer to Ethan Hergert. Pioneers leading this one 3-2 here in the top of the second after the RBI triple by Jace Essig. After both teams scored 2 in the first, now Pioneers have gotten the bat started here in the second. Here's the 3-1 now from Spencer. Now it skips in the dirt. It's a 5-pitch walk. So now Hergert will head over to first, and runners at the corners here for Western Nebraska. This now brings up the bottom of the lineup, Jason Luke. Luke is someone who we did not see in that first series. He's the 5'11" sophomore outfielder from Salt Lake Community College. That's where he plays his spring ball. He's another lefty in this Pioneers batting order. He steps in with runners at the corners, still nobody gone here in the top of the second. First pitch to him. Now it skips in the dirt, and now taking off for second and getting in there easily. Ball goes into the outfield. Another run will score. Nobody was there to cover the steal for the Plainsmen. That's the second error of the game for North Platte. It's now 4-2 here in the top of the second. So stolen base for Hergert. So now here's the 1-0 pitch here to Jason Luke. Showed bunt, ends up going foul. So 1 ball, 1 strike now. Here from Robbie Spencer to Jason Luke. So yeah, it was a late takeoff for Ethan Hergert for second base. Thought at that point probably should have just given him the base, especially with Essig standing at third. But Wendell still made the throw. It ended up getting into center field. Essig scored with ease. 1-1 to Luke. Swung on and missed. 1 ball, 2 strikes now here from Robbie Spencer to Jason Luke. Top of the order due up with Smelko. This is a quick 2 outs for Robbie Spencer in the top of the first, but since then has just not looked the same. There's 1 ball, 2 strikes. From Robbie Spencer to Jason Luke. Righty on lefty. Here's the 1-2. That'll be swung on and missed. Strike 3, strikeout number 1 for Robbie Spencer. And 1 gone here in the top of the second. So now back to the top of the order with Eric Smelko. Smelko 0 for 1 tonight. Grounded out back into the first. It was that diving play by Spencer, and then he threw it on to first. He steps in with 1 gone, a runner on second. The Pioneers up 4-2 here in the top of the second. Spencer comes set. Here's the first pitch of this at-bat. Righty to lefty. That one will just miss outside. 1 ball, no strikes. To start out Robbie Spencer here to Eric Smelko. Again, Smelko, a player who was on the Pioneers roster last year. Second straight year with Western Nebraska. So here's the 1-0 pitch. Spencer kicks and deals. That one will be fouled off on the first base side. 1 ball, 1 strike. Now from Spencer to Smelko. Pioneers so far this season, 2-2 on the road. So their only games on the road have been here at Billwood Field to open out the series, or to open out the season. They beat the Plainsmen twice in a 3-game set, and then they lost last night in the opening game of this 3-game series. Here's the 1 now. 1-1 now from Spencer to Smelko. Misses high and outside. 2 balls, 1 strike. Now from Spencer to Smelko. Hergert standing on second. He walked and then stole a base. That was the stolen base that led to the ball getting into the outfield and the Pioneers being able to score another run here in the top of the second. Here's the 2-1 pitch. Spencer kicks and deals. 2-1. That one is lifted into right. Zimmerer is chasing after it. Got a track on it. Going near the warning track. He makes the catch. Now tagging at second is Hergert. He'll get into third. But now 2 gone here in the top of the second. That ball was carrying off the bat of Smelko. There is about, again, like a 9-mile-per-hour wind. There's been times where you could hear gusts with the crowd mic. But now 2 gone, a chance to get out of it. With 2 runs across here for the Pioneers here in the top of the second, as you don't want to continue to give the Pioneers more here. This is a team that can swing the bat. They also got some pretty solid pitchers on in their bullpen and on their roster. First pitch here to Ryan Callahan is in there for a strike. Callahan, the lefty from the University of Kansas, 0 for 1 so far tonight with a ground out to short. Here's the 0-1 pitch from Robbie Spencer, kicks and deals. That one swung on and missed. No balls, 2 strikes now from Robbie Spencer to Ryan Callahan. So Spencer trying to get out of this inning, leaving Hergert stranded at third. So again, 0-2 the count, with 2 retired here in the top of the second. Pioneers leading the Plainsmen at 4-2. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Spencer comes set. Here's the pitch. That one will be swung on, grounded again, right to Spencer. He actually catches the line out, and that'll end off the top of the second. Some more damage has been done, though. For the Pioneers in the top of the second, they scored 2 runs on 1 hit, 1 error, and 1 left on base. Do it for the Plainsmen in the bottom of the second. It'll be 8-9-1 with Wendell, Garcia, and Zimmerer. After 1.5, the Pioneers lead this one 4-2 as we bring you North Platte Plainsmen baseball on the Plainsmen Radio Network.
I'm Alex Chun, the live broadcast intern for the North Platte Plainsmen of summer 2022. Just wanted to let you know, stop by your local North Platte Premier Toyota dealer. Come and browse their new and used Toyota cars, SUVs, trucks, and much more for sale. We offer in-store shopping, curbside pickup, or delivery. You can even take our cars for a test drive to see if this is the car for you. We have a talented team of automotive specialists, so come stop by at 2600 South Willow Street in North Platte, or call us at 308-532-8400. That's 308-532-8400.
Toyota, let's go places.
That's 308.
Memories is proud to be the official photographer of your Plainsmen. Developing Memories Professional Photo Studio downtown North Platte has been capturing all your priceless memories from the little leagues to the majors, hitting grand slams with their professional quality and stealing your hearts as you see those priceless photos of your kids rolling over, then their toothless smiles, their dimples, their freckles, to showing off who they are in their senior photos. Developing Memories has been in the game for 20 years, and though getting your photos taken might not be quite as much fun as cheering on your favorite team, Developing Memories does make the photo sessions a fun and enjoyable experience. Come experience the difference at Developing Memories.
Back here for the bottom of the second, it's been a high-scoring affair so far. 6 total runs through an inning and a third. Pioneers leading this one 4-2 as Nate Wendell will lead things off here in the bottom of the second. Been a while since he's been in the starting lineup, couple off days for him. So he'll lead things off here in the bottom of the second. He's the righty catcher from northern Oklahoma. Here's the first pitch here from Nick Suda. That one will be swung on and struck into shallow left. And the shortstop Jeremiah is able to make the catch right at about the grass, and quickly one retired here in the bottom of the second. So now this will bring up Cesar Garcia. For Garcia, again, a couple days since he's been in the starting lineup as well. For Garcia so far this season, 6 games, batting .200. This has a double, 2 RBIs, 2 walks, and 2 stolen bases. First pitch to him. That one just catches the inside low corner. No balls, and 1 strike to start out Nick Suda to Cesar Garcia. Again for Garcia, 5'11" junior infielder from Butler Junior College. So here's the 0-1. Swung on and missed. No balls and 2 strikes now from Nick Suda to Cesar Garcia. 1 quickly retired here in the bottom of the second. Base is empty for the Plainsmen as they're trying to answer off the 2 runs put up for the Pioneers in the top of the second. They were able to answer the 2 spot put up by the Pioneers in the top of the first. Now trying to do that again here in the second. 0-2, misses upstairs. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Now from Nick Suda to Cesar Garcia. Garcia in the 9 spot tonight for North Platte. Some clouds now starting to fill the air as it was sunny at first pitch. Now some cloud coverage beginning. 1-2, that one is just grounded foul on the first base line. So count will remain 1 ball and 2 strikes here. From Nick Suda to Cesar Garcia. So 1 ball, 2 strikes, 1 gone here in the bottom of the second with the bases empty. 1-2 the count. Suda looks on to Garcia. He comes set, gets a sign. Base is empty. 4-2 Pioneers here in the bottom of the second. 1-2, that one is grounded again foul, this time on the third base line. So 1-2 the count remains, and we'll do the 1-2 pitch once again. So a nice job by Garcia here to fight back. After getting behind in the count, he's been able to foul off now a couple straight here for North Platte. North Platte 6-4 on the season. So here's the 1-2. Now misses upstairs. 2 balls, 2 strikes now from Suda to Garcia. Plainsmen, they're 2-2 here at home, 4-2 on the road. As before yesterday, they were coming off of a 6-game road trip to Idaho and eastern Nebraska. So here's the 2-2. Down misses upstairs. Count now goes full. 3 balls, 2 strikes from Nick Suda to Cesar Garcia. So what an at-bat here from Garcia with 1 gone here in the bottom of the second. 3-2 the count. Suda comes set. Here's the 3-2 pitch. Kicks and deals. That one will just miss outside. It's a full count walk. So with 1 out, the Plainsmen now have a base runner. This will now bring up Bryce Zimmer back to the top of the order here for North Platte. Again, Zimmer played his college ball to State. First pitch to him, misses upstairs. So 1 ball, no strikes to start out this at-bat. Zimmer 1 for 1 so far tonight. Singled, stole a base, and scored back in the bottom of the first. Here's the 1-0. Checking back on Garcia at first, who's moving off the bag. They try to get a pick off, and he is just back in there safely. As Garcia was well off the bag. He was continuing to take a couple steps towards second, trying to throw off Nick Suda. So 1-0 the count. Suda kicks and deals. That one will just miss outside. 2 balls, no strikes. Now from Nick Suda to Bryce Zimmerer. Zimmerer, the first time where he's not in the 2 spot for the Plainsmen this year, as he had for all 10 games previous. Here's the 2-0. That one misses high and in. 3 balls and no strikes. Now from Nick Suda to Bryce Zimmerer. And some darker looking clouds creeping up here in North Platte. Supposed to be cloudy for tonight and now the rest of tomorrow. 3-0 the count here from Nick Suda to Bryce Zimmerer, with Cesar Garcia standing at first after the 1-out full count walk. 3-0, misses high. It's a 4-pitch walk, 2 straight walks now for Nick Suda, and now runners at first and second. It's the 3rd walk of the game. He's also hit a player. So 4 free bases given up by Nick Suda so far through 1 1/3. This will bring up Reese LaPoma. Again, reached base all 5 times last night. 3 walks, a double, a single. Scored 3, stole 4 bases. He steps in. He's 0 for 1 though tonight. Flew out to the shortstop Jeremiah in his first appearance back in the bottom of the 1st. Here's the first pitch from Nick Suda as now the Plainsmen try to answer after the 2 spot but up by the Pioneers in the top of the 2nd. He shows bunt. Backs off. That one just grazes the outside part of the strike zone. No balls and 1 strike to start out Nick Suda to Reese LaPoma. Again, LaPoma, this is now his 3rd game as a Plainsman, his 2nd at home. He came with the Plainsmen in the last game of that 3-game road series with Fremont, where the Plainsmen went 1-2. Chasing Garcia back to 2nd now as Garcia getting some big leads right now for North Platte. No balls, 1 strike. Suda looks on to the righty LaPoma. Suda the lefty. Here's the 0-1. That one misses inside. LaPoma has to duck out of the way of that one. 1 ball, 1 strike. Now from Suda to LaPoma. We're here in the bottom of the 2nd, 1 gone. Runners on 1st and 2nd. Pioneers leading this one 4-2 over the Plainsmen. Plainsmen left 2 runners on base back in the bottom of the 1st. Trying to not do the same here. Here's the 1-1. That one misses low and in. 2 balls, 1 strike. Now from Nick Suda to LaPoma. And man, Garcia seems to really be getting into the head of Nick Suda as he is dancing off of 2nd. Making some jumps towards 3rd. Hasn't attempted a steal yet to 3rd. 2-1 now the count. Here's the pitch. Misses low and in. 3 balls, 1 strike now from Nick Suda to Reese LaPoma. He's walked 2 straight. He walked Garcia on the full count, and then he walked Zimmerer on 4 straight pitches. So 3 balls, 1 strike here from Nick Suda to Reese LaPoma. 3-1 the count. Suda comes set. Waiting for a sign. Now comes set. As here's the 3-1. Here's the pitch. That one will just catch the inside low corner. LaPoma started to take a couple steps toward first, but it was called strike 2, so now count goes full. 3 balls, 2 strikes from Nick Suda to Reese LaPoma. Oscar Stark standing on deck here for the Plainsmen. Here's the 3-2 pitch to Reese LaPoma. Suda gets the sign, now comes set. 2 runners on here for the Plainsmen. Here's the full count pitch. Both runners take off. That one is fouled up and out of play, so the runners will have to retreat. Count stays full, and we'll do it again. Both teams already working through the order for the 2nd time, as again it looks like this one's going to be another high-scoring affair between the Plainsmen and the Pioneers. Again, wind starting to pick up here in North Platte. You could hear it gusting yesterday. Right now, though, it only says it's at 7 miles per hour, but it feels like, at least through the mic, that it's gotten a little stronger. Here's the full count pitch from Suda. 3-2. Oh, that one's going to ring him up. LaPoma, again, started to take off his gloves and head to first. That one looked a little low. It'll be a strikeout, only the 2nd for Suda. And now 2 gone here in the bottom of the 2nd. First pitch is now Garcia, takes off for 3rd. He is caught in a run down. The ball now gets away from the 3rd baseman in Eisenstadt. Garcia didn't realize it as he was trying to get back to 2nd. So in the end, no harm done. Both runners remain at first and second. As Garcia was trying to time up Suda's pitch, ended up going early before the windup. So now no balls, no strikes here to Oscar Stark as Nick Suda looks on. Tying run stands at first base here for the Plainsmen. Down 4-2. Here's the first pitch to Stark. That one will miss. 1 ball and no strikes to start out Nick Suda and Oscar Stark. That one looked more up than that last pitch to Reese Lapoma, the one that struck him out. So again, Lapoma thought he was headed for first on the last 2 pitches that were called strikes. So here's the 1-0. Suda kicks and deals. That one skips in the dirt. 2 balls, no strikes. Now from Nick Suda to Oscar Stark. No, that one actually just nicked Oscar Stark. So he's been hit by a pitch twice now tonight. So now the bases are loaded once again. Second time the Plainsmen have had the bases loaded so far in this one. And this will bring up Connor Flagg. Flagg 1 for 1, RBI double and a score so far for him in this one. Tying run stands at second with the go-ahead on first. Bases juiced, 2 gone here in the bottom of the second. Plainsmen had the bases loaded with 1 gone back in the first. We're only able to score 1 out of it. So here's the first pitch now from Nick Suda to Connor Flagg. Garcia dancing off of third, and now Suda looks back over, chases him back. And Garcia has really been making Suda work here, as again he gets a big lead off of third. First pitch from Suda. That one is in there for a strike. No balls and 1 strike to start out Nick Suda to Connor Flagg. Lefty on lefty matchup here from Suda to Flagg. 0-1 the count, 2 gone, bases loaded. Plainsmen down by 2 here in the bottom of the second. Here's the 0-1. Again, Garcia dancing off of third. Here's the 0-1. Now it skips in the dirt. It gets away from Curtis. Now coming in and scoring is Garcia. And now 2 runners in scoring position here. The lead is now 4-3. So Garcia scores there on the wild pitch. And now Connor Flagg can give the Plainsmen the lead here if he can shoot one into the gap. With runners on second and third. Stark stands at second. Zimmerer on third. Zimmerer stole home plate last night. Don't know if they would send him again here in this spot. So here's the 1-1. That one swung on and missed by Flagg. 1 ball, 2 strikes now from Nick Suda to Connor Flagg. Again, Flagg 1 for 1 tonight with an RBI double back in the first. He also scored the second run of the game for North Platte. 1-2 the count. Suda comes set. Here's the 1 ball, 2 strike delivery. That one misses upstairs. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Now from Nick Suda to Connor Flagg. 4-3 Pioneers leading this one in the bottom of the second. So now 7 runs scored through an inning and 2/3. Another high-scoring affair between these 2 teams. 2-2 now the count. Suda kicks and deals. That one will skip in the dirt. A nice stop by Curtis again to keep Zimmerer from scoring from third. So now count is full. 3 balls, 2 strikes from Nick Suda to Connor Flagg. 2 gone, runners on second and third. There is a base open here for the Pioneers, but Giancarlo Servine stands on deck. 3-2 the count. Suda kicks and deals. 3-2, that one misses low. It's a full count walk, and now the bases are loaded once again. So now in steps Giancarlo Servine. He steps in with the bases loaded and 2 gone, and now a mound visit will come. This is the 3rd time now the Plainsmen have had the bases loaded. They've been able to score 2 in the 3 times they've had it loaded, as they will send a pitcher out to the bullpen to work here for the Pioneers. This could be a short outing here for Nick Suda tonight. But for the Plainsmen, a chance take the lead here, Giancarlo Servine steps up to the plate. And while Servine has struggled a little bit recently, this is still not the kind of guy you want to come to the plate in this kind of situation. Again, he was all conference, all league with Texas A&M Kingsville and was named third team All-American. And struggling still, it's not struggling for a normal player, it's just struggling for him because he's still batting .313. So here's the first pitch here from Nick Suda to Giancarlo Servine, lefty on righty matchup here with the bases juiced, 2 gone, Plainsmen down by 1. Here's the first pitch to Servine. That one will hit him. So it'll walk in the tying run. And we're tied up here at 4 in the bottom of the second. Plainsmen have yet to record a hit here in the bottom of the second. This has all been on walks hit by pitches and one wild pitch to score a runner. So now we're all tied up here at 4. In steps Cade Wood, who reached on a fielder's choice back in the first. He is the 8th batter to come to the plate here for the Plainsmen in the bottom of the second. We're all tied up at 4. 8 runs have been scored between these two teams, only on 5 hits total. So here's the first pitch from Suda. That one will skip in the dirt, 1 ball, no strikes. Again, Curtis, a beautiful stop behind the plate. He's probably saved a couple runs here for the Pioneers in the bottom of the second. He did let one get past him, but other than that, he has saved a couple pitches that could have scored a couple runs. Stark stands on third, Flag at second, Servine at first after he was hit by a pitch. So here's the 1-0. That one will be struck foul. It'll get out of play on the first base side, so count evens out, 1 ball, 1 strike. Here from Nick Suda to Cade Wood. We are almost at an hour here from first pitch. Still looking for the last out here in the bottom of the second as the lights have turned on here at Billwood Field with the cloud coverage beginning to come over North Platte. Here's the 1-1. Suda comes set. Here's the 1 ball, 1 strike pitch. That one, heater, thrown a little high, but just catches the top part of the strike zone. 1 ball, 2 strikes now from Nick Suda to Cade Wood. 2 gone, bases loaded. Plainsmen trying to take the lead with the go-ahead 90 feet away. Here's the 1 ball, 2 strike pitch. Suda waiting for his sign. He now gets it, comes set. Here's the 1-2 pitch. That one skips low and inside. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Now from Nick Suda to Cade Wood. Suda has just not been able to find that last out so far here in the bottom of the second. So here's the 2-2. Suda comes set. Here's the 2 ball, 2 strike pitch. That one will ring him up, as they'll call that strike 3. Cade Wood can't believe it. And that'll end off the inning. So they score 2 runs on no hits, no errors, and 3 left on base. Due up for the Pioneers in the top of the third. It'll be Jeremiah Zerfus and Isaac Sat. We're all tied up at 4 as we head into the third. It's North Platte Plainsmen Baseball on the Plainsmen Radio Network.
Sugar Maker here. KJ's Boots and Western Wear has everything Western. Boots, hats, shirts, jeans, jewelry, even that fancy Yellowstone cologne so you can smell like a cowboy, not the horse he rode in on.
KJ's Boots and Western Wear.
Just off the I-80 interchange in Hershey.
I've got the keys to
Maple Park Dental Associates has the best quality dental care and the friendliest staff with top-notch dentists in 3 locations. You can be sure to get your regular checkups and cleanings, plus any dental care anyone in your family needs, including fillings, crowns, bridges, root canals, wisdom tooth extractions, implants, dentures, partials, straightening, and whitening. They can even help with those facial fine lines and wrinkles. Love your smile with the help of Maple Park Dental Associates with offices in North Platte, Sutherland, and Broken Bow.
1445 for more.
For a beautiful lawn and landscape, head to Hibner's. They have everything you need to have a successful and enjoyable yard and garden, including healthy plants, hardy stock, premium fertilizers, and professional products, all at competitive prices. Get seasoned advice from Hibner's trusted staff. serving North Platte for 65 years. Hibner's Nursery Lawn and Garden Center on the corner of 8th and Poplar.
NorthPlattePlainsmen.com for all information.
This is Christina Willard, Director of Sales of Marketing for the North Platte Plainsmen. Pizza, like baseball, is America's pastime, and what better place to get pizza than your local Domino's. Happening now, you can get 20% off.
We're all tied up at 4 here, so it was a wild bottom of the second. It was a pop out by Wendell, a walk, a strikeout, a hit by pitch, a walk, a hit by pitch, and then a strikeout called by on Cade Wood by the home plate umpire. And the home plate umpire actually went and talked with the North Platte dugout for a while after that last called strike 3, as Wood was arguing it for quite a bit. But now we're ready here for the top of the third. Jace Jeremiah to lead things off. First pitch, swing and a miss. No balls, 1 strike. Jeremiah 1 for 1 tonight so far. Singled and scored. Righty on righty matchup here to lead off the top of the third, as we're all tied up at 4. Both teams have scored 2 runs in every inning to this point. 0-1 misses inside, 1 ball, 1 strike now. From Robbie Spencer to Jace Jeremiah. For Nick Suda on the other side, though, 3 hit by pitches and 4 walks through only 2 innings. Somewhat struggled for both pitchers so far in this one. So here's the 1-1. Nobody gone. Bases empty here in the top of the third. Here's the 1-1. Now on misses low and in. 2 balls, 1 strike from Robbie Spencer to Jace Jeremiah. And for Spencer, it's kind of been a little bit of differences between the first 2 innings. He got 2 quick outs in the top of the first. Here's the 2-1, skips in the dirt. 3 balls, 1 strike. 2 quick hits in the first, and then a single and a triple. And then an error scores Zerfus. And then he gets another quick ground out. And in the top of the second, it was a hit by pitch, triple, and a walk, but then 3 straight outs. So here's the 3-1. Here's the pitch. Now it's swung on and fouled back. Count now goes full. 3 balls, 2 strikes here from Robbie Spencer to Jace Jeremiah to lead off the top of the third. Again, we're tied up at 4, so both teams combined have 8 runs, but combined only 5 hits. Just been an odd game so far between the Plainsmen and the Pioneers. Here's the full count pitch from Spencer. Now on misses low and in, it's a full count walk. Another walk in this one between these two. It's only the second walk for Robbie Spencer. He also has a hit by pitch. So 3 free bases given up by Spencer so far in this one. His second straight inning with a leadoff base runner. As now this will bring up Alex Zerfus, who had an RBI triple back in the first, would score as that ball trying to catch him at third ended up getting into foul territory. So Zerfus steps in with Jeremiah on first. Nobody gone here in the top of the third. First pitch from Spencer. That one will just catch the bottom inside corner. No balls and 1 strike. Here from Robbie Spencer to Alex Zerfus. Still looking for a half inning with no scoring. As every half inning has seen 2 runs come to the plate so far in this one. Here's the 0-1, swung on a miss, no balls, 2 strikes from Spencer to Zerfus. Nice off speed there from Spencer. Started out in the zone, then curved back to the bottom. Got Zerfus to swing and miss at that one. 0-2 the count now from Robbie Spencer. Still looking for the first out here in the top of the third with Jeremiah at first. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Jeremiah takes off for second. Ball skips in the dirt. No, it hit Zerfus. So it's a free base again, and now runners on first and second. So total between the teams, that's now 5 hit by pitches. That is a stat to behold. So now runners on first and second after the leadoff walk, and then the hit by pitch to Zerfus. And none of them have been like hitting them straight in the arm or in the back. They've all just barely grazed these batters. In steps Tommy Eisenstadt, the lefty, who's 0 for 1 today with a ground out. Runners on first and second, nobody gone here in the top of the third. Here's the first pitch from Spencer, showed bunt, backed off as that pitch skipped in the dirt. 1 ball, no strikes to start out Spencer to Eisenstadt. As now head coach J.M. Kelly will come out and talk with Spencer. It's been a struggling start here in the top of the third here for Robbie Spencer. Now the infield will come in as well to talk with Robbie Spencer. JM actually ends up calling off the infield, just wants to talk with Spencer directly here. 1 ball, no strikes here from Robbie Spencer to Tommy Eisenstadt. Again, if you're in the area, come out. We'll have fireworks following tonight's game. And all you can eat burgers and hot dogs, chips, some soda. Tomorrow it'll be Kids Day at the ballpark. First 100 kids get into the game for free. They also get a free scoop of ice cream served in the Plainsman mini helmet. Bounce houses, contests, much more at the ball field tomorrow. So J.M. Kelly leaves. Spencer now ready for the 1-0 pitch here to Tommy Eisenstadt. 1-0 the count. Again, full crowd here at Billwood Field for another beautiful night here in North Platte. 1-0 the count. Spencer comes set. Here's the 1-0 to Eisenstadt. That one is swung on, popped up foul. It'll get out of play on the left field side, so count evens at 1 ball, 1 strike. From Robbie Spencer, the righty, to Tommy Eisenstadt, the lefty. Plainsman still searching for the first down here in the top of the third. The Pioneers have scored 2 in each inning thus far. Here's the 1-1. Beautiful off-speed, just catches his own 1 ball, 2 strikes now from Robbie Spencer to Tommy Eisenstadt. Curtis stands on deck here for Western Nebraska as the count is at 1-2 from Robbie Spencer to Tommy Eisenstadt. 1-2, Spencer comes set, looking back on second. Here's the 1-2 pitch. That one just misses outside, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Spencer to Eisenstadt. Jeremiah was getting a pretty big lead off of second. Did not take third, but he was catching Wendell a little off guard there. 2 balls, 2 strikes. From Spencer to Eisenstadt. Still nobody gone here in the top of the third. Here's the 2-2 pitch. That one swung on, chopped softly to second. Wood is on it. Throwing to first will be in time. Both runners advance, so it works like a sacrifice bunt. As now runners on second and third with only 1 gone here in the top of the third. So now in steps Jake Curtis, righty catcher from Kansas. He was hit by a pitch and later scored in the top of the second. He led things off in the top of the second for the Pioneers. He steps in with 1 gone, runners on second and third here in the third. First pitch to him is chopped foul behind the plate, so no balls and 1 strike to start out Robbie Spencer here to Jake Curtis. Against Spencer, this is his 3rd appearance of the year, his 2nd start, and his 2nd start against Western Nebraska. He pitched in that last game against the Pioneers in the 8-6 10-inning loss for North Platte. Here's the 0-1. That one swung on again, fouled back behind the plate. No balls, 2 strikes now from Robbie Spencer to Jay Curtis. If Spencer could get Curtis at the plate here, that would be huge. With 1 gone and 2 runners in scoring position. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Spencer comes set. Fastball just misses inside. 1 ball, 2 strikes now from Robbie Spencer to Jay Curtis. Couple pitches to work with here for Robbie Spencer, trying to get Curtis to chase probably on a couple straight. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Spencer comes set with runners on second and third. Corner infielders playing in. Here's the 1-2. That one is swung on and grounded to Servine at first. He makes a diving play, throws it on to first. It's in time. A run will score. But sometimes in those situations, just got to trade an out for a run. So Jeremiah ends up scoring from third as the Pioneers take back the lead here in the top of the third. It's now 5-4. Zerfus is able to advance to third, and in steps Jace Essig, who's 1 for 1 today. Had an RBI triple and then scored off the error. 5-4, Pioneers now leading this one in the top of the third. In steps Essig with 2 gone, a runner 90 feet away. Here's the first pitch from Spencer. Now it's swung on, fouled back into the catcher's glove of Wendell. So count will start out, no balls and 1 strike here from Robbie Spencer to Jace Essig. Only 1 strikeout for Robbie Spencer so far through 2 2/3. So here's the 0-1. Spencer kicks and deals. That one will just miss outside. Off speed, curves a little too much outside the zone. So 1 ball, 1 strike now from Spencer to Essig. Again, a pitcher is warming up in the Western Nebraska bullpen. As here's the 1-1. Skips in the dirt, gets away from Wendell. Another run's going to come across. Again, no hits for Western Nebraska here in the third, but they've scored 2 runs again. Surface scores on the wild pitch. Base is now empty with 2 gone. 10 total runs have now been scored between these two teams on only 5 hits. 2-1 the count from Robbie Spencer to Jay Sessig with the bases empty, 2 gone. Here's the 2-1 pitch. That one fastball just misses high and inside. 3 balls, 1 strike now from Robbie Spencer to Jay Sessig. Here's the 3-1. That one swung on and lined into left center. It's down for a base hit. First base hit of the inning, even on 2 runs. As now Jay Sessig is 2 for 2 here so far tonight. Triple and a single. In steps Ethan Hergert, who walked and stole a base back in the second. He steps in with 2 gone, a runner on first. And for both of these teams, it's looking more and more like this might be a bullpen kind of day. Ethan Hergert, the lefty first baseman, steps in with 2 gone. Here's the first pitch to him. Off speed, catches the zone. No balls and 1 strike to start out Robbie Spencer here to Ethan Hergert. On the count. Here's the pitch from Spencer. Now it skips in the dirt, gets away from Wendell, and another runner will advance. Another wild pitch between these two teams. So now runner in scoring position here for Western Nebraska. They'll try to score more than 2 for the first time in an inning, as they scored 2 every inning up to this point. 6-4, they lead this one here in the top of the third. One the count here from Robbie Spencer to Ethan Hergert. Here's the 1 ball, 1 strike pitch. Fastball right there. 1 ball, 2 strikes now from Robbie Spencer here to Ethan Hergert. Runner at second, 2 gone. 2 runs have come across for Western Nebraska here in the top of the third. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Swung on and missed, and that'll end off the inning. 2 runs come across on 1 hit, no errors, and 1 left on base. Do it for the Plainsmen in the bottom of the third. It'll be 7, 8, and 9 with Thompson, Wendell, and Garcia. After 2.5, Western Nebraska leading this one 6-4 as we bring you North Platte Plainsmen baseball on the Plainsmen Radio Network.
Hi, this is Tommy V from the Nebraska Athletic Club.
For a beautiful lawn and landscape, head to Hiddeners. They have everything you need to have a successful and enjoyable yard and garden, including healthy plants, hardy stock, premium fertilizers, and professional products, all at competitive prices. Get seasoned advice from Hiddeners' trusted staff, serving North Platte for 67 years. Hiddeners Nursery Lawn and Garden Center, on the corner of 8th and Poplar.
2 pencils, check. 24 markers, check. 2 pink erasers, check. 3 ring notebook, check. You'll be shopping for a lot of things for school, but what's more important than your school photos? Pencils will break, markers will get lost, but your school photos will capture that moment forever. They won't just be on display this year at the house, but on your grandma's fridge, and even on display at your graduation. How many years from now? When you're shopping for something this priceless, quality matters. Come experience the difference at Developing Memories Professional Photo Studio, downtown North Platte. You'll experience professional quality with over 20 years of experience, professional developing, a fun, relaxed environment, and to top it all off, you get to choose your favorite photo and select from any of our 20 different school backgrounds. Photo packages that contain photos for your wall, and also to share with grandparents, aunts, and uncles, start at just $15. You can even toss in a magnet for grandma's fridge and a keychain for yourself. That's right, $15 and over 20 different school backgrounds for your school photos. So show off those missing teeth.
Ready for the bottom of the third as Western Nebraska leads this one 6-4 over North Platte. Garrett Thompson, the lefty from Texas A&M Kingsville, will lead things off here in the bottom of the third. He's 0 for 1 so far with a strikeout. Lefty on lefty matchup. First pitch from Suda, skips in the dirt, 1 ball and no strikes to start out Suda to Thompson. Both pitchers have struggled a bit with command so far in this one. For Nick Suda, he has hit 3 batters so far, and he has walked 4. So 6 free bases given up by Nick Suda through 2 innings. Here's the 1-0 pitch. That one again skips in the dirt. Again, a couple feet in front of the plate. 2 balls and no strikes from Nick Suda to Garrett Thompson. Every time the Pioneers have scored 2, the Plainsmen have been able to answer so far. So here's the 2-0 pitch now to Garrett Thompson. 2-0 the count. Suda comes set with Wendell on deck. Here's the 2-0 pitch. That one will just miss inside. 3 balls and no strikes from Nick Suda here to Garrett Thompson. Suda shaking his head a little bit on the mound. It's 3-0 now the count here to Garrett Thompson. Again, Western Nebraska still getting a pitcher warm out in the bullpen. Don't quite have a vantage point of the Plainsmen bullpen out in left field. As here's the 3-0. That one just catches the outside bottom corner. 3 balls, 1 strike from Nick Suda to Garrett Thompson. Plainsmen down in this one by 2, 6-4. They've gone into every bottom part of an inning down by 2 and have been able to tie it up so far after the first and second in that inning. Here's the 3-1. That one will just catch the strike zone low. Thompson laughing a little bit after that one. Count now goes full. 3 balls, 2 strikes here from Nick Suda to Garrett Thompson. Again, it's 7, 8, and 9. Due up for the Plainsmen here in the bottom of the third. Full count here, 3-2, as Suda's been able to work back after getting behind 3-0. So here's the 3-2. Suda kicks and deals. Down misses upstairs. It's a full count walk. Another walk here for Suda, and out comes a new pitcher. They will go to the bullpen here. Day will be done for Nick Suda. We'll step aside, get you a look at the new pitcher as we bring you North Platte Plainsmen baseball on the Plainsmen Radio Network.
Bob Sugarmaker here. KJ's Boots and Western Wear has everything.
Chuck Heeman, operating owner of your North Platte Plainsmen. Stop by Jerry Remus Chevrolet, the only full-service dealer in North Platte and the surrounding area. Get your car worked on in our beautiful body shop. While you're there, check out the new and used inventory at Jerry Remus Chevrolet on South Jefferson in North Platte.
I've got the keys to your new car, Jerry Remus Chevrolet.
Even help with those.
2 pencils, check. 24 markers, check. 2 pink erasers, check. 3 ring notebook, check. You'll be shopping for a lot of things for school. But what's more important than your school photos? Pencils will break, markers will get lost, but your school photos will capture that moment forever. They won't just be on display this year at the house, but on your grandma's fridge, and even on display at your graduation. How many years from now? When you're shopping for something this priceless, quality matters. Come experience the difference at Developing Memories Professional Photo Studio, downtown North Platte. You'll experience professional quality with over 20 years of experience, professional developing, a fun, relaxed environment, and to top it all off, you get to choose your favorite photo and select from any of our 20 different school backgrounds. Photo packages that contain photos for your wall and also to share with grandparents, aunts, and uncles start at just $15. You can even toss in a magnet for grandma's fridge and a keychain for yourself. That's right, $15 and over 20 different school backgrounds.
Bottom of the third with the Pioneers leading this one 6-4. It was a leadoff walk for Nick Suda, so the day is done for him. He ends up going 2 innings, allows 4 runs on 2 hits, 3 strikeouts. But here's the big kicker, 5 walks and 3 hit by pitches. So 8 free bases given up by Nick Suda. Into the game comes Ryan Garvey. Second time the Plainsmen have seen him this season. He's a 6'2 sophomore from West Valley Junior College. So far this season, he's pitched 3 innings and 2 relief appearances, has given up 4 earned runs, 5 runs total, 5 hits, 4 strikeouts, and 3 walks. He comes into the game with Garrett Thompson standing on first after the leadoff walk. So if Thompson were to come around to score, that would go against the line of Nick Suda. He would end up giving up 5 runs here tonight. So Ryan Garvey will face Nate Wendell. Wendell 0 for 1 today with a pop out to short. Nate Wendell behind the plate tonight for North Platte. He's been all over the place this season. He's been in left field. He's been on the pitcher's mound. He's been at first. He's been behind the plate, and he's been DHing. His goal this season if possible, is to play all 9 positions. So here's the first pitch for Ryan Garvey in his relief appearance. That one misses upstairs. 1 ball and no strikes to start out Garvey's day to Nate Wendell. Wendell again, the righty, plays at Northern Oklahoma, so a couple fellow Northern Oklahoma players here on this roster with him, including Caden Five-Ash, Billy Humphrey, who got the win last night for the Plainsmen. So here's the 1-0 pitch here to Nate Wendell. He kicks and deals. That one is going to be lined and just gets into center field for a base hit. Garrett Thompson is rounding third. He will get in there, and now runners at the corners here for the Plainsmen in the bottom of the third. So again now, if Garrett Thompson comes around to score, it'll go against the stat line of Nick Suda. So now runners at the corner, still nobody gone, and this will bring up Cesar Garcia. For Garcia, so far in this one, walked and scored on a wild pitch back in the bottom of the second. Again, Plainsmen trying to answer a 2-run spot put up by the Pioneers in a top of an inning. So here's the first pitch to Garcia. Corner infielders playing a bit in, not fully to the grass. First pitch to Garcia, late swing, big swing and a miss from Garcia's. And Garvey, his fastball is what works for him. No balls, 1 strike to start out Ryan Garvey here to Cesar Garcia. Thompson at third, Wendell on first. Still nobody gone here in the bottom of the third with the Plainsmen trailing 6-4 to Western Nebraska. Here's the 0-1 pitch. That one is grounded softly to third. Thompson ends up being caught. They get the out at second. And now scoring is Garrett Thompson. So they get the out at second. Thompson scores. Garcia reaches on the fielder's choice. And now the lead is cut in half here. It's now 6-5 Western Nebraska here in the bottom of the third. I thought at first that Callahan over at second, when he caught the ball, wasn't on the bag, as he had to jump in the air for that one, but it looked like he was able to get a foot down. Back to the top of the order here as Garcia stands at first with 1 gone as he reached on the fielder's choice. First pitch to Bryce Zimmerer, skips in the dirt to Curtis. 1 ball and no strikes to start out Ryan Garvey here to Bryce Zimmerer. Zimmerer has reached base twice tonight. He's 1 for 1, had a single, stole a base, and he's also scored 2 runs for the Plainsmen so far in this one. Righty on lefty matchup here from Ryan Garvey to Bryce Zimmerer. 6-5 ball game. Western Nebraska leads. 1-0, again low. 2 balls, no strikes from Ryan Garvey to Bryce Zimmerer. Thompson scored on the fielder's choice as they got Wendell headed for second. No chance for a double play to Garcia as he was well there in time. 2-0 the count starts here from Ryan Garvey to Zimmerer. Zimmerer again reached base both times he's been up. Here's the 2-0. That one just catches the inside part of the strike zone. 2 balls, 1 strike now from Ryan Garvey to Bryce Zimmerer. Plainsmen have scored 1 run on 1 hit so far here in the bottom of the third to make it a 1-run ball game. Again, now 11 total runs have been scored on 7 hits, 2 errors committed by the Plainsmen. So here's the 2-1 to Zimmerer. Kicking and dealing is Garvey. That one just catches the outer. I think he called that a strike. 2 balls, 2 strikes now here from Ryan Garvey to Bryce Zimmerer. Garvey looks on here with 1 gone in the bottom of the third. 1-run game between these two. They have it on the scoreboard as 3-1. I believe he called strike, though. We'll check on that as Garcia is headed for second. He is going to be in there. It's a stolen base for Cesar Garcia. And now the tying run is in scoring position. That was a 3-1 count. That was a mistake on my part. So it is a walk for Bryce Zimmerer. And now runners at first and second here for the Plainsmen. Still only 1 gone in the bottom of the third. This brings up Reese Lapoma. After he reached base all 5 times he was up yesterday, he's 0 for 2 so far tonight. Is now Plainsmen going through the order for the 3rd time in only the 3rd inning. It's the first pitch from Ryan Garvey. Plainsmen have left 5 runners on base so far in this one and have still scored 5 runs through 2 1/3. Here's the first pitch. That one just catches the top part of the strike zone. No balls, 1 strike to start out Ryan Garvey to Reese Lapoma. He left 2 runners on base in the first and then left the bases loaded in the second, but have still managed to keep up with Western Nebraska so far. No balls, 1 strike here from Ryan Garvey to Reese Lapoma. So again, Thompson was able to come around to score, so Suda's final stat line includes 5 runs. So now any runs that score from here are the responsibility of Garvey. Here's the 0-1. That one will miss low. 1 ball, 1 strike now from Ryan Garvey to Reese Lapoma. So Suda ends up going 2 innings, 5 runs, 2 hits, 3 strikeouts, 5 walks, and 3 hit by pitches. So now here's the 1-1 count. With the Pioneers up 6-5 here in the bottom of the 3rd. Here's the 1-1. Swung on and missed. 1 ball, 2 strikes now from Ryan Garvey to Reese Lapoma. So 0-1 now, 1-2 now the count with 2 runners on. Zimmerer stands at first with Garcia at second after he was able to reach off the walk by Zimmerer. So 1-2 now the count. Righty on righty from Garvey to Lapoma. 1-2, checking back at second. Here's the 1-2 delivery, taking off for second, but that one is popped up into shallow right. That one is headed into foul territory. Diving catch is made by Essig out in foul territory. So now 2 gone here in the bottom of the 3rd. He dived, lost his hat. It's a beautiful catch out in foul territory, and 2 gone now here in the bottom of the 3rd. So now it'll be up to Oscar Stork to tie this one up, with Garcia standing at second. Oscar Stark has been hit by 2 pitches so far here tonight. So he's reached base both times, both on being struck. Zimmer at first, Garcia at second, 2 gone here in the bottom of the 3rd. In steps Oscar Stark, with the Pioneers leading this one 6-5. Jay Curtis went to talk with Ryan Garvey on the pitcher's mound, trying to figure out what they want to do here to try to find this final out and keep this game where it is. So here's the first pitch now to Oscar Stark. Garvey comes set. Long wait here for Garvey. Now checking back at Garcia on second. Garcia takes off for 3rd, but it's fouled off by Stark, so both runners will have to advance back to their original bases. No balls, 1 strike. The count will start here. Garvey coming in relief after the leadoff walk by Nick Suda. But a single, got a fielder's choice, a walk, and then a fly out. It was a beautiful catch by Jace Essig out in foul territory just to the right of the first base line. So no balls, 1 strike. Garvey looks on to Stark. Here's the 0-1. And now they'll chase Garcia back to second. Been a long game so far between these two, not even through the 3rd. Game started at 7:31, and we're now here at 8:53. No balls, 1 strike. Garvey comes set. Here's the pitch to Stark. That one misses well high and in. Stark had to... No, he is saying that it struck him. So now time will be called, and the umpires will meet. Stark said that it hit him in the face in that helmet. He thinks that he's going to get a free base out of this. If he were, it would be the 3rd time he's been hit by a pitch in this one. And they'll give it to him. So he has been hit by a pitch 3 times here tonight in his 3 at-bats. That is incredible. And on the other end, Robbie Spencer has also hit 2 batters. That's a total of 6 players who have been hit by a pitch. In steps Connor Flagg, who's reached base both times, had an RBI double back in the first. Here's the first pitch to him. That one skips in the dirt. Again, a great stop by Jake Curtis. Again, without some of the stops he's been able to make, this could be a different ball game. The Plainsmen might have a couple more runs across. 1 ball, no strike. From Ryan Garvey to Connor Flagg. Walked in his last appearance, and he doubled knocked in a run and scored back in the bottom of the first. Here's the 1-0. With the bases loaded. 1-0. Again, misses low and inside. 2 balls, no strikes. From Ryan Garvey to Connor Flagg. And Plainsman working the third time through this order. This is the 4th batter in the lineup just here in the 3rd inning. Trying to avoid leaving the bases loaded for the 2nd straight inning. They've already left 5 runners on base through 2. 2-0 the count here from Ryan Garvey to Connor Flagg. Flagg in the DH spot tonight for North Platte. Giancarlo Servine stands on deck. So here's the 2-0 pitch. Garvey comes set. Base is juiced. Here's the 2-0. Now it's swung on, foul back, 2 balls, 1 strike from Ryan Garvey to Connor Flagg. Flagg the lefty facing Garvey the righty. Pioneers leading this one 6-5 here in the bottom of the 3rd. Plainsmen again trying to answer the 2 spot put up by the Pioneers in the top of the 3rd. 2-1 the count here to Connor Flagg. Righty on lefty with the base of juice, 2 gone. Flagg is the 7th runner to come to the plate for the Plainsmen here in the 3rd. Here's the 2-1. Swung on, foul back, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Now from Ryan Garvey to Connor Flagg. If Flagg were to get out here, it would be 8 runners left on base for the Plainsmen through only 3 innings. 2 balls, 2 strikes. From Garvey to Flagg. Bases loaded with Garcia at 3rd, Zimmerer at 2nd, and Stark on 1st after he was hit by a pitch for the 3rd time here tonight. 2-2 the count. Garvey again trying to leave the bases loaded for the 2nd straight inning. Suda left them loaded in the 2nd, and now Garvey trying to do it here in the 3rd. Here's the 2-2 pitch. That one will ring him up. Another late called strike 3. Flagg is still standing there. He can't believe it. And that'll end off the inning. So for the Plainsmen, they score 1 run on 1 hit, no errors, and 3 left on base. And due up for the Pioneers in the top of the 4th is Luke Smelko, and Callahan is now head coach J.M. Kelly is having a word with the home plate umpire. You don't usually see him this fired up. Man, 2 straight innings have ended on a pretty questionable strike 3 call. We head to the 4th. We'll be right back on the Plainsman Radio Network.
Hi, this is Chad Fosdick from
Memories is proud to be the official photographer of your Plainsmen. Developing Memories professional photo studio downtown North Platte has been capturing all your priceless memories from the little leagues to the majors, hitting grand slams with their professional quality and stealing your hearts as you see those priceless photos of your kids rolling over, then their toothless smiles, their dimples, their freckles, to showing off who they are in their senior photos. Developing Memories has been in the game for 20 years, and though getting your photos taken might not be quite as much fun as cheering on your favorite team, Developing Memories does make the photo sessions a fun and enjoyable experience. Come experience the difference at Developing Memories downtown North Platte. Quality photos, enjoyable experience, and affordable with no session fees. And be sure to check out our $20 mini sessions and $15 school packages. We're developing memories into photos to last you a lifetime.
Home game will be streamed on our YouTube page, North Platte Plainsmen. Search North Platte Plainsmen on YouTube.
Hardwood Beef, we are pleased to offer you the beef our family has raised and loved for years, and we are here to ensure you know exactly where your beef comes from. Our cattle are raised on vast grassland pastures in the Nebraska Sandhills and are finished on grain produced on our farm. As a result, we produce well-marbled, high-quality...
Here for the top of the 4th. The Pioneers lead this one 6-5. We have a pitching change. Robbie Spencer ends up going 3 innings, gives up 6 runs, 4 hits, 2 strikeouts, 2 walks, and 2 hit batsmen. Coming into the game and making his Plainsman debut is Asher Hastings, the lefty from Arkansas Little Rock. He stands at 6 foot. Bats left, throws left. It was his freshman year at Arkansas Little Rock this season. He will face 9, 1, and 2 here in the top of the 4th. Man, some tough endings for the Plainsmen, though, in these last 2 innings offensively. 2 strike 3 calls that haven't necessarily been off, but have been very right there, very questionable. And But nonetheless, we're ready here for the top of the fourth. So it's now time for Asher Hastings' Plainsman debut. The lefty, he'll face Jason Luke, the lefty, to lead off this top of the fourth. Luke so far tonight, 0 for 1 with a strikeout. So he comes in to face Asher Hastings. Again, his Plainsman debut. Coach J.M. Kelly was very excited to get Asher Hastings here and get him pitching. First pitch, that one is fouled off. No balls, 1 strike to start out Hastings to Jason Luke. So 0-1 the count now from Asher Hastings to Jason Luke to lead off this top of the fourth after Robbie Spencer ends up finishing going 3 innings. 0-1, that one is grounded foul on the third base side, so now no balls, 2 strikes from Asher Hastings to Jason Luke. So 0-2 now the count. Hastings trying to get the first batter of the inning for the first time since the first. So here's the 0-2 pitch to Jason Luke. 0-2, that one will just miss. 1 ball, 2 strikes now from Hastings to Jason Luke. Hastings got into North Platte on the last day of the Fremont trip. Now he's ready to go here in Game 2 against Western Nebraska. Here's the 1-2 from Hastings. That one will be fouled back over near the North Platte dugout. So count will stay 1 ball, 2 strikes, and we'll do the 1-2 pitch once again. Again, this game starting about an hour later than expected with the threats of thunderstorms. Still not really out of it here. As here's the 1-2. That one again hit foul. So long at bat here from Hastings to Luke to start out this top of the fourth. It's just been on and off all day weather-wise. This now some darker clouds are creeping up here in North Platte. So 1 ball, 2 strikes here from Asher Hastings to Jason Luke. Nobody got on the bases empty. Pioneers leading 6-5 here in the top of the fourth. Here's the 1-2 pitch. That one is going to ring him up. Strikeout number 1 for Asher Hastings, and a great start to his Plainsman debut as he strikes out Jason Luke. So now it's back to the top of the order with Eric Smelko. Smelko, the switch hitter. He's been batting left every at-bat so far facing the Plainsmen as we've had all righties. But now with Hastings, the lefty, he now switches to that right-handed batter's box. Here's the first pitch to Eric Smelko. He's going to show bunt. That one is in there for a strike as it gets past the bunt attempt by Smelko. Count will start 0-1. Smelko is 0 for 2 tonight. Ground out in the first, fly out in the second. And now here with 1 gone in the top of the fourth. Here's the 0-1 pitch from Asher Hastings. He kicks and deals. 0-1 misses upstairs. 1 ball, 1 strike now from Asher Hastings to Eric Smelko. Again, Pioneers up 6-5 here in the top of the fourth. This count now moves to 1 ball, 1 strike. Hastings comes set. Here's the 1-1 delivery. That one will just miss upstairs. So now 2 balls, 1 strike here from Asher Hastings to Eric Smelko. 1-1 the count. Or excuse me, 2-1 the count. Hastings comes set. Here's the pitch. That one just catches the inside part of the strike zone. 2 balls, 2 strikes now from Asher Hastings to Eric Smelko. Smelko in the leadoff spot for the second straight night facing the Plainsmen. As the count is now even, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Hastings comes set. Here's the 2-2 pitch. That one misses low and in. Skips in the dirt a bit. Count goes full now. 3 balls, 2 strikes from Hastings to Smelko. Smelko yesterday was 1 for 5. Had an RBI single in the third, but that would be it for him. He's 0 for 2 so far here tonight. Here's the 3-2. Misses upstairs. It's a full count walk. So now Smelko will head to first. Now it's to the second spot in the order with Ryan Callahan, the lefty. Callahan so far 0 for 2. Grounded out in the first, lined out in the second. He steps in with 1 gone and a runner on here in the top of the fourth. First pitch here to Callahan, off speed, just catches that bottom outside corner. No balls, 1 strike to start out the count here from Hastings to Callahan. So here's the 0-1. Hastings comes set. 0-1, that one is grounded foul on the third base side. And picked up there by head coach J.M. Kelly with one hand off the one hopper. No balls, 2 strikes now from Asher Hastings to Ryan Callahan. Callahan, I believe, is the beer batter tonight for the Plainsmen. First time doing the beer batter. So here's the 0-2. That one will just miss low. 1 ball, 2 strikes now from Asher Hastings to Ryan Callahan. The only time the Plainsmen have dealt with a beer batter so far was the last 2 games in Fremont, and they chose Cade Wood both days. Cade Wood only struck out once in those 2 days. So here's the 1-2. That one is swung on and chopped softly to first. Asher Hastings actually scoops it up. He tags the ball himself. And now 2 gone here in the top of the 4th. Smelko is able to advance to second, but more importantly, 2 gone. This brings up Jace Jeremiah 1 for 1. He scored 2 runs. He singled back in the first and then walked in the third. So Hastings will face Jeremiah, righty-on-righty matchup. As again, it unfortunately looks like some storms are starting to roll in here to North Platte. We might be entering a lightning delay here soon. Lefty-on-righty matchup here from Hastings to Jeremiah, with Smelko standing at second. First pitch misses upstairs, 1 ball, no strikes. To start out Asher Hastings to Jace Jeremiah. 1-0 the count. Coming set is Hastings. Here's the 1-0 pitch. That one is swung on and missed. Fastball just blew it right past him. 1 ball, 1 strike. Now from Asher Hastings to Jace Jeremiah. 2 gone here in the top of the 4th. Plainsmen trying to keep the Pioneers from scoring for the first time in an inning so far here in this one. Here's the 1-1. Skips low and inside. 2 balls, 1 strike now from Asher Hastings to Jace Jeremiah. The coaches are talking a little bit. Again, some storm is starting to roll into the area. So here's the 2-1. That one is going to be swung on and cranked into left center. That one is going. That one is out of here. Jace Jeremiah with a 2 RBI home run, and they've extended their lead here in the top of the 4th, 8-5, and again they've scored 2 runs in an inning. That one carried off the bat, as it's now 8-5. So again, the Pioneers have scored 2 runs in every inning so far as we're here in the top of the 4th. So now this will bring up Alex Zerfus. Zerfus had an RBI triple in the first and then was hit by a pitch and scored on a wild pitch back in his last appearance in the 3rd. Lefty on righty matchup here from Asher Hastings to Alex Zerfus. Here's the first pitch here from Hastings. That one will just miss inside. 1 ball, no strikes from Asher Hastings to Alex Zerfus. So now Pioneers leading this one 8-5 here in the top of the 4th. 13 total runs have been scored. So here's the 1-0. Kicking and dealing is Hastings. That one misses low and inside. 2 ball. Nope, just catches the strike zone. 1 ball, 1 strike. The first base coach just shrugged his shoulders after that pitch. So I guess the count is at 1-1. Here's the pitch from Hastings. That one thrown just outside. 2 balls, 1 strike now from Hastings to Zerfus. It's now the home plate umpire chatting with J.M. Kelly. I believe he said 1 more and that's it. So there have been some words exchanged from both dugouts to the home plate umpire. There's now 2 on the count here from Hastings to Zerfus. Here's the 2-1 pitch. That one just called strike on the inside part of the plate, so count evens out 2 balls, 2 strikes. Here from Hastings to Zerfus. Base is empty here in the top of the 4th. Pioneers up 8-5. So here's the 2-2. Zerfus comes set. Here's the pitch from Hastings. Swung on and missed, and that'll end off the inning. So for the Pioneers in the top of the 4th, again they scored 2 runs on 1 hit, no errors, and nobody left on base. Do it for the Plainsmen in the bottom of the 4th. It'll be Servine, Wood, and Thompson. After 3.5, it's 8-5 as we bring you North Platte Plainsmen baseball on the Plainsmen Radio Network.
This is Cannon Rath.
Chuck Heeman, operating owner of your North Platte Plainsmen. Stop by Jerry Remus Chevrolet, the only full-service dealer in North Platte and the surrounding area. Get your car worked on in our beautiful body shop. While you're there, check out the new and used inventory at Jerry Remus Chevrolet on South Jeffers in North Platte.
I've got the keys to your new car. Jerry Remus Chevrolet.
Since 1997, Nebraska Athletic Club has been...
Why do they call it peg leg?
Well, the brewmaster does only have 1 leg.
I heard it happened many years ago. He was out there looking for the Floridian barley plant. Alligator came out, surprised him, snatched his leg right off. But he killed that alligator with his bare hands, kept the barley, and that's why the beer is so good.
Nah, seems ridiculous, man.
That's what I heard. He was a mad scientist, but he had a huge explosion. So to save his life, he hid behind a keg of beer, but he did lose his leg. Never seen.
Some unfortunate news. This game has been called here in the middle of the 4th. With some lightning in the area, they're going to tarp the field. We're not even going to try to resume play tonight. So this game will be called here in the middle of the 4th, and we will resume action hopefully tomorrow, as Chuck Heeman just made the announcement over the loudspeakers. So game will not be finished tonight. We will move it to tomorrow, so we'll finish up this game and then hopefully play a second. We're hoping that we can do post-game fireworks tomorrow night instead. But they will also be looking to move possibly the game up to a earlier time with some threat of rain in the afternoon. So, game will be called for tonight. We'll resume it tomorrow. It's 8-5 here in the middle of the 4th. The Pioneers have scored 2 runs in every inning. So I'd like to thank you for tuning in tonight. We won't have any conversation with J.M. Kelly, as not much to talk about other than being in the middle of the game. They are now tarping the field here in North Platte. There's now some lightning strikes to be seen here. Again, 8-5. 5 hits for the Pioneers, 3 hits for the Plainsmen. The Plainsmen have left 8 runners on base. But we'll see some new pitchers tomorrow try to come in and close this game out and then play a game 2 to try to finish out this series. So that'll end up our coverage here tonight from Billwood Field. Check our social media for updates on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram to search up North Platte Plainsmen for any updates regarding tomorrow's games, whether it's time, status, when it'll be, what will be available at the game. If you had tickets to tonight's game, they'll be good for tomorrow's game. We will find out a time. Again, just check our social media to try to figure that out. Well, that'll wrap things up. 8-5 in the middle of the 4th. We'll resume this one tomorrow. I've been John Willis, and you've been listening and watching North Platte Plainsmen Baseball, the Plainsmen Radio Network, and our YouTube channel.
You've been listening to North Platte Plainsmen Baseball.